Hello and welcome to vlog. I think it's 22. I took a break last week for no other reason than it would have been fucking boring because I wasn't doing anything that week. And there's only so far my personality can fucking get me. It was not going to be entertaining. So we skipped last week. We're back onto this week. A lot more seems to be happening. I've got a weekend off this week, so more seems to be going. One thing I do want to show you, which I received last week. The new Catabasis. The new R.F. Kuang novel has just come through. That is insane. When Babel was coming out, I didn't get a proof copy. I got a proof copy of Yellowface, but I didn't get a proof copy of Babel. Now, that's probably for the best, because I didn't love Babel. I DNF'd it halfway through. So I'm hoping that Catabasis will be better. I'm holding out hope. I'm very surprised that the publisher sent me a proof. It comes out in August. I plan on reading it in July, so that'll be read next month, and I'll be going around town like, oh my god, don't mind me, just reading R.F. Kuang's proof copy, don't mind me. So yes. Hello, welcome to Tuesday. I need to get back into actually vlogging because I did not vlog anything on Monday at all. But it is a day off, so there is more time for content. I'm currently watching David Suchet versions, adaptations of Hercule Poirot books. I just watched the ABC Murders. I gave it 4 stars. Now we're on to Death in the Clouds, which is, at this point, for those of you who have not read Death in the Clouds, the worst Christie novel I have read so far. I have read probably about 25... No, anywhere between 25 to 30 Christie novels in my lifetime, which isn't actually that much, but I'm slowly making my way through them. And Death in the Clouds is by far the worst one she's written. So I'm intrigued to see if the episode is better than the book. And I have a feeling it will be, because I hated the book so much. But as I'm doing that, I'm also reorganizing my Pokemon cards. I did just buy a new binder because I just realized I do not have enough space for all of my Pokemon cards. So I'm reorganizing them. So this is what I've done so far. So these are all my fancy ones. Look at all of them. These are my favorite kinds of ones. The ones with the illustrations. The full card illustrations. But I'm currently just doing it via Pokedex order. My god, there's so many. But in case you're wondering what my plans are for the Nintendo Switch, because for those of you who don't know, my Nintendo Switch broke, and I have been wanting to get the Nintendo Switch 2, I am not attempting to buy it in 2 days' time. I'm not attempting to. It seems like it's just going to be really hard to get hold of. My goal is I want to get it in July. Pokemon has got some kind of presentation coming out on the 22nd. I guess to talk about the future of their stuff. I think also to announce the next generation, probably. I want you to know that I am, in my brain, adamant that they are going to announce a remake of X and Y for the Nintendo Switch 2. And that is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping for that more than any new Pokemon game. I know that I think everyone is hinting that the next Pokemon game is going to be set kind of the Greek islands vibe. That's what I've been hearing. I don't know how true that is. But I really am excited to play Legenza, someone called it. I'm really excited to play it. Even though I didn't love Arceus, for some reason I just feel like I will like ZA more. But that doesn't come out until October. Professor Layton doesn't come out until middle to end of autumn time, I'm guessing. And Witchbrook, which I also want to get, doesn't come out until Christmas time. So all the games that I want to get on the Nintendo Switch 2, because I do want the Nintendo Switch 2 because my old Switch is broken, all of them don't come out until autumn time. So I'm not rushing to get the Nintendo Switch 2 when it comes out on release. Even though I do want to play the new Mario Kart game and the new Super Mario, I can wait. I will be buying it though if they announce a X and Y remake, and if it comes out in August, I will be buying it straight away after that, because I really want to play X and Y before ZA, because ZA is a sequel. It's set around 10 years after X and Y. So that's currently what my vibe is with the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm not going to be out there in 2 days' time ransacking what kind of fucking game store there is. One, because I don't believe in that. But also like pre-orders are really hard. Like I just looked on Amazon today when I was getting my new Pokemon binder. I was really struggling to find it on Amazon. I could see the games, I just couldn't see, and the old OLED ones, but I can see that. So update, I've just filmed my wrap up, and I also finished Death on the Clouds, the TV show. I just think it's a bad book. There is nothing about that book's interesting. It's a convoluted ass plot. The characters aren't that interesting. Death in the Clouds, for me at the moment, is at the bottom of the list of the Christie books that I've read. In other news, I'm going to start reading for my third Goodreads challenge vlog. A Sorceress Comes to Call. I've taken the dust jacket off because I don't like reading with the dust jacket on. A Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher, which I have a lot of faith in because I like T. Kingfisher's work. So hopefully I enjoy that. I have decided that on TikTok, my reading vlogs are going to be like how running influencers do their running vlogs, where they're like running and they're like, 1 mile in, 2 miles, 3 miles. I'm doing that with every 50 pages. If it's like a really short book, like later this month, I've got The Place of Shells, I'll probably do it like every 25 pages. But this book's about 350 to 400 pages, so every 50 pages or so, I will update it. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, it could be funny, it could be not. Hello and welcome to Wednesday. I'm about to see... Okay, that's doable. I'm trying to see how long I've got until my bus, because the buses keep fucking up and I keep missing the ones I want to get. It is shit looking outside, and yeah, I've got therapy today. Back to a little bit more of an intense therapy session, which I'm not really looking forward to. Rather gouge my eyes out, but it's all in the matter of healing. All in the matter of working on those little cells. So, not gonna have a good time though. Hello, welcome to, what day are we now? Thursday. I've book group today, which I didn't have one of the books and then read the other book all the way through, but gave it a 3.5 stars. Not really the most entertaining or interesting books this month. I did just watch the new trailer for the new Wicked movie. I just put myself in the eye. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Tuned in. Cue photo of me crying after the last film. We will be repeating that again on November 21st this year. So good. And it's got my favourite song, No Good Deed. No Good Deed is better than Defying Gravity. The Cynthia Erivo made me cry in Defying Gravity. I'm going to sob like a baby over No Good Deed. So good. I've definitely been low on the vlogging. I don't know what it is. I was so good at vlogging all of last week, the week before. And the last couple of weeks, it's just been hard to maintain, find things to do. But I am out with friends tomorrow. So hopefully, and the weekend I'm off. There may be something interesting will pop up. If not, apologies in advance for how fucking boring this is going to be. But anyway, I have to get ready soon because I start a little bit later for book group, which is really fun, because it goes on later. But yes, I'm excited to move on to new things and just read new books. But they are going to take the piss out of me for the fact that this is another fantasy book from the month, which I just haven't finished. I don't know what it is about me. I'm really trying to convince myself not to get the new Switch, but I'm about to call Harry and just say, should I get the new Switch? I just went on Amazon. I know, don't judge me. I just went on Amazon because I was like, are they going to bring up the new Switch? It comes out today. I don't know whether they're going to have any because that's really hard to get hold of. All the pre-orders failed. And then they both popped up, the normal one and then the bundle. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. So I'm going to call Harry and get him to convince me to do it. I just want you to know I did cave. Yeah, I did cave. What can I say? I'm that kind of personality. Once it's kind of in my brain, it's a done fucking deal. It's a done deal. So I did cave. I did get it. It arrives this Sunday. And it's also probably going to arrive with every single one of my family members lining up outside my fucking house to play Mario Kart. Because I got the Mario Kart bundle because I thought, why not? And then I went on Amazon this morning, thought, let's just check. And it was there. And I was like, do I? And then I was going to text Harry. And then my phone was away from me, charging. I went, fuck it, I'm just going to do it. So I did it. And also paid for a therapy session at the same time. So it's been an expensive fucking morning. All right? It's been an expensive morning. I'll be on beans on toast for the rest of my life at this rate. But I'm very excited. Hello and welcome to Friday. So Update, me and my fridge. Update, my Switch is turning up today. I'm baffled because I purchased that bad boy. Hold on. I purchased that bad boy yesterday at 10 to 9 in the morning. And I'm glad that I did, because I do think if I delayed it any longer, I wouldn't have got one. Because my friends and I were joking about me potentially being scammed. That's still an opportunity and that's still a chance. But I purchased the bundle at the normal price they were promoting at. But I went on to go show my friend the email I got saying that it was arriving, not on Sunday as they said it would arrive, but on Friday. They're all sold out, and now it's just secondhand copies, like Amazon Marketplace copies, where like they've gouged the price insanely. It's like 700 quid now for just the console. That is way more than double the original price. £700. Let's quickly have a look. Look. £697 for just the console. That is double the price it was selling for yesterday morning. Insane. But I'm gonna go get drinks and dinner with my friends, which I've been really needing. It's been a bit of a tough week, so I really, really need to be with people and hang out with them, have a great time. What time is my bus? I forgot to mention that I hosted both book groups yesterday. So my book group, where we read City of Brass, out of the 5 of us that turned up, one of our normal people was ill, so he couldn't make it. So out of our normal group, because he did text in, they have a group chat, and he texted the group chat his review, which I love that people do that, to be read out. So out of our normal group of 6, because I will count the guy that couldn't make it, only half of the group read the book the entire way through. I read it 50% of the way through. Then one of the guys read it about 20%, and then somebody else literally was spent the whole month and couldn't get past page 34. So a very mixed bag. So it was an interesting discussion. We've now picked the 5th season as our next book, which is great, which is one less book for me to read, because I will not be rereading the 5th season just because I have so much going on, and it happens to be a book that I've already read and loved. I will just go back and look at my review, just because I've got so many books and I can't read the 5th season, and the 5th season is a book that you need to read and pay attention to. It deserves all of your energy and all of your time because it's that great. I just do not have that energy all that time. And then I did the following book group, which is a very daunting one because I really like all the people that go there, but they are very specific. There's one lady in particular that really helped me. She goes, so this is what Tracy normally does when she does our book group. And I was like, okay, thank you. Tracy's very much, it's not that it's necessarily more formal. I think ours is just more chill. And there is a kind of structure to Tracy's, which my group doesn't maybe necessarily have. But that was really good. It was a really good discussion about Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead. A lot of us, I really liked, I won't spoil the ending, but a lot of us were like, we loved the ending. Only 1 or 2 people didn't really like it. And they were like, oh, it was too like gruesome for me. And then there's this one lady in particular who kept looking at me. She was like, no, I loved it. And I was looking at her. I was like, we see each other, babe. I also loved it. And one lady came for the first time, and she was trying to grapple our heads around the fact that we reference the fictional characters as if they were technically real people. So we'll be like, and I can't believe that she went to the police. I mean, scandalous. And she's like, but she's fiction. And it was a really interesting conversation about how she views literary characters versus how I think the rest of the group views literary characters, which is the beauty of the book group, because then you can discuss the different points of view. So there was that. And the next one they're reading is Our Wives Under the Sea, which was Morgan's pick, which is great. That works out for me because it's a very, very short book. So I can definitely add that to the list. She wants to do it. She was like, okay, really fine. You're done. I've lost friends. Harry was the only one of us that didn't get the same thing. He didn't join the basic bitch vibe.
Every clip of the food is just going to be you going around and panning up.
Say hi, Vic. Say hi, Beck.
Hey, Vic. Hey, Beck.
Bitch, look at this. It arrived. Harry was thankfully home today to collect it. I am so excited. Purchased. Do you want to sit here with me? Oh. Harry doesn't want to be on camera, and I have to respect his wishes because not all of us are attention whores like I am. No comment. So Harry lovingly collected this for me today. I have been thinking about it all day. I'm very excited. Time to do an unboxing. Did you hear Harry, actually, Jesus. So, somebody in America had stapled the receipt on top of a box, and the staple went through the thin box and the screen, and people had little scratch marks where the staplers had scratched the screen. I would literally cry. My God, this is so exciting. Oh, shit, am I opening this the wrong way? Yep. Oh, look at that, Harry. Oh my God, this is so stressful. I don't know why. Yeah, so then what they did, look how thin that is. Right onto the screen. Oh my God, Harry, this is so exciting. No, it's a different way. Well, those slot in. These are like magnetic, I think. HDMI, always good to have an HDMI. Harry, this cost me a lot of money. I need you to be present in this situation. Side-eyeing the camera. Okay, then we have... Ah! Ah! How the fuck do you... Oh! Turn it around. Hello and welcome back. It is Saturday. It is a dreary, wet Saturday here, and I've just spent the morning playing Mario Kart World. It's been so much fun, but I do have to go back and remind myself I do have a book I'm trying to finish this weekend. So I am about to jump back into reading A Sorceress Comes to Call, which I must add is really fucking good. I am doing a reading vlog for this, so there will be more information, but it is so good. The only thing I can kind of hark it to is like the Gilded Age meets the dynamic between Mother Gothel and Rapunzel. It's really, really good based on the Goose Girl. I don't know the Goose Girl story, so I couldn't tell you about that, but it's amazing. It was definitely, the first half was very low fantasy, but T. Kingfisher has upped it up a notch. It's giving very like historical fiction, that kind of Jane Austen time where the focus was on about marrying somebody, marrying rich, but instead of being with like a plucky heroine who's just trying to find her place in the world and doesn't want marriage and all of this, it's this witch that's like, I need money. I need to marry rich, and I don't care who I bring down when I'm doing it. And her little daughter's like, I don't think this is a good idea, but also it's very dark. Which one? No, I think if you do hit it at 2, it's fine. Yay! Come on.
You're on 2.
I actually fucking love Wario. What do I get? Thing is though, that's the thing. When you get first place, you just get boring box picks. This is such cool settings, isn't it? Like, who are these duck people? We're neck and neck, Harry. I somehow got a massive gust of...
Yeah, if you sit behind someone...
Oh, is that why? Oh, God, I'm just happy to be here.
You're doing all the right things.
Not realising. Oh, some fucking ghost stole my feather! Welcome to Sunday. Today is my friend Morgan's first ever author event. I'm so excited for them. I have actually met the author that they are doing the talk with. When I first got into doing book events, they were one of the first authors I interviewed, Sarah Underwood, who wrote Lies We Sing to the Sea and The Gentlest of Wild Things. The World of Gentlest Things? I don't know. Lies We Sing to the Sea is so good. So good. And I'm off. I'm going in a little bit early. I'm going to see if I can vlog in a cafe. Not vlog, edit my vlog in a cafe. So I'm going to go do that. So I'm going a bit earlier to go to a little cafe, and yeah, should be good. And then I meet my friend Olivia and her mum for a little coffee before Olivia and I go and watch Morgan talk at the festival. Oh my God, so exciting. And then I'll stay and see if I can find some nice books for my collection and all that fun stuff, but it should be good. And then, yes, it's been a good weekend. Yesterday, there was no point in doing anything other than playing Mario Kart. The weather said sit your ass in the house, which is what we did. So yeah, really, really good. Really excited to see Morgan talk. I'm also excited as well to try and play some of my old Switch games on my new Switch and see what that's like. They've been getting kind of fresh updates like Stardew Valley did. I'm excited to play that. So we'll see.
Hold
Very
on.
much a spectacle, but it's low key.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect for a first author event. Morgan, we see you.
Morgan. The day.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming to our third of the author talk in the author tent today. The way this is going to work, I'll run through guests talk for about 30 minutes or so, have a little chat, and then there'll be 10-15 minutes where you can quiz them with some nice questions. Be nice. And we'll help manage that and run around with a roving microphone.
Straight into quizzing you because I'm always fascinated to hear about how people come to writing and how that is different to the way I did it. So the Penguin Right Now scheme, I actually am not super familiar with how it works, how you get into it. I'd love to hear more about it.
It's a process. It's a long process. It was April of last year. They said just 1,000 words and a brief synopsis. Just submit it, see what happens. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. And then I got to the long list and they said, okay, 5,000 words and a more detailed synopsis and we'll do a little bit of editing on it. Did that. Shortlist, disabled person who's ROAs or something like that. And so I know people like that, but it's not like pandering or anything, it's just a lived experience. And it's just so interesting to see on page, I think. And I just don't really, as a queer person, I don't really know how to write straight people anymore. Yeah, I've tried. And even if they are in a straight passing relationship, they always end up being bi for guy. So, you know.